people, check it out. It's me, Brian B, here to introduce the Beeline Entertainment LLC.com. That's right, we got a whole supply of options for you if you're doing video editing, if you need logos for your business, you got that. If you want to watch the shows that we host here on the network, the Beeline Web Show, the Beeline Entertainment Show, and Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk with the STR Nation, we got that too. Join us, buy the merch, and check out the Beeline Entertainment LLC.com. Let's go! People, make sure that you go ahead and check out the Beeline Entertainment Stuff and Things shop. We got all merchandise that you're looking for. Everything to promote the show. That's right, from hats to glasses to cups to sweatshirts to t-shirts, you name it. Boys, girls, babies, whoever wants to show off that they love watching the Beeline Entertainment LLC. We can't wait to see you in your brand new gear. Come on and check it out today. Let's go! We got another Tuesday night in the books, baby. We back at it. Yo, check it out, man. Your boy is happy. I feel amazing, bro. I love being behind the microphone, going clamping in my hands and hold it forever. Yo, listen, it's Tuesday, guys. Tuesday means we're going to get started where we got started 6 years ago. We first started this show, this little podcast venture, turned into an entertainment media industry, whatever you want to call it, bro. We've been growing, we've been showing, and we've been showing up, yo. And I got a lot to talk about tonight, guys. I'm really excited. I got some news. It's good news for me. It might seem like it's bad news for other people, but it got me thinking about, like, you know, hey, we getting older, right? We getting older every single day. Where are we going? Are we happy with where we're going? Is things going well? We got a lot of stuff we're going to talk about. We got some guests on tonight, of course. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. Yo, I'm almost excited. I'm forgetting how to do regular stuff here. Yo, if you haven't already, make sure that you head on over to YouTube. Make sure that you like. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel for sure. And, of course, hit that bell button for the notifications. It'll let you know when we're on. We're on Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock p.m. We're on Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock p.m. That's tomorrow, where we're going to be talking wrestling, baby. Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk. Brand new episode is going to be fresh tomorrow night, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Me and the STR Nation going to be talking about what's going on with WWE and AEW and All Out and everything that's just happened over this weekend. And then, of course, let me slow down, yo. Of course, Thursday night. I know, bro. I know. Well, we've been slacking a little bit Thursday. There's been a lot going on. But me and Kyle Eric are back for the Beeline Entertainment Show. We got a watch list for you. We watched a lot of movies, and we're going to be rating them, bro. And I cannot wait. Yo, it's going to be an amazing week, yo. Yo, I got a full room. I'm not going to keep everybody waiting. It's me, Brian B. We back. The Beeline Web Show, episode 144. Let's go! Straight to the point, baby. 3, 2, 1. Bombs on them, dropping bombs on them. Yo, check it out, guys. We got a full house in the building today. Actually, we got 3 chairs taken up in the seats. We're gonna be having some conversations today. So let's get started. If you guys want, definitely make sure you head on into the comments and join the conversation, yo, about everything we're talking about today. But listen, I gotta bring him in because, you know, he's my partner in crime, bro. We definitely been hosting a bunch of shows together. Love having his opinions on. Love being able to talk with him every week. We got none other than my man, Kyle Eric. What up, Kyle?
What's going on, man?
Doing all right, bro. Oh, it's not showing. Oh, I got the thing on here wrong. I don't know. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. You figured it out.
Yeah. What up, Kyle?
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. Feeling good. It's Tuesday, man. Tuesday night. I'm supposed to be watching NXT right now, but I host shows, man. I can't just watch wrestling. What's good with you? You good?
I'm good. Life is good. I cannot complain. Little, a few bumps in the road, but nothing I can't handle.
For sure. Listen, man, be like that. Yeah, it's learning lessons, and that's pretty much the topic for tonight. It's gonna be kind of a free talk, but we kind of got a it's kind of topical thing we're gonna talk about. I got a couple of videos I might want to show you guys on TikTok and have some discussions about them. But guys, listen, it's not just me and Kyle tonight. We actually got a returning guest. He's been on a couple of the shows. He's been on the especially the web show. He's been on back in the day, live on the line. We don't do live on the line no more, but Yo, but he's also been on the wrestling show. He's talked with us about wrestling as well. And that's my man. He's DJing up here in Atlanta, and still holding it down. He's still bouncing on the podcast shows. And I was glad to welcome him back. My man, DJ Tig, is in the building. What up, DJ?
Yo, what's going on?
What's up, bro?
Doing all right, bro.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Kyle? I ain't seen you in a minute.
I know,
I've
man.
been seeing the reels, so I'm good. I've been seeing the reels, though. I've been seeing the reels. Look at my man, Kyle, man. I like it. I ain't been on the show in a minute, but I've been following. I still follow and support.
Yeah, much appreciated. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Glad to see you, man. Glad to see you. Hit me up and say you wanted to come on and talk some stuff. And yeah, we happy to have you, bro. But we're gonna get to like where everybody been at, especially you, Tig, because we haven't talked to you in a little while. But guys, I wanted to give you guys a heads up, man. Once again, just want to say it one more time. I know you guys saw the promotions at the beginning of the show. Yo, we are looking for some companies. I don't care who you are, bro. Honestly, if you listen to us talk, we like to talk about a variety of different topics here. If it's a wrestling company, if you got a wrestling school, anything that needs promotion, we're definitely looking to work for you. We'll work with you. We're looking to do some partnering with some different businesses. Man, I've been drinking. I don't know if anybody knows these. I've been like on this little health kick thing or whatever. And I drink these sparkling waters, man. And this Waterloo sparkling water, this stuff is delicious, man. It's 0 calories, 0 everything, but it still tastes like a nice crisp soda, man. I'm one of them weird guys that like seltzer water. Anybody in the room shares that?
Seltzer water is okay. Yeah, seltzer water is okay. I haven't had it in a while, but yeah, it's an acquired taste.
It is. Yeah, it is. How about you, Tig? We got to try to be healthy sometimes. Can't just be Dr. Pepper and that shit all the time.
Yeah, I've been on my detox for the last 3 days. I actually kind of decided I was going to start dropping my weight and stuff again because I've been I ain't had enough energy to do things I need to do the last few months, and I was a little sick last week, and when you're sick, you get time to. One of the good things about being sick, when you're busy, you get time. It forces you to sit down and start thinking about things that you don't normally think about. Yep. And I was like, man, I got a lot I want to accomplish in the next 6 months to a year. And I got to have the physical energy to do it if I want to do it. So that's why I decided, I'm going to start eating healthier. So I got my super green juice right here, and I just made my detox juicer.
Okay.
I do that twice a day. I bought me a juicer and started doing that every day. Start detoxing, getting right, treat my body like a temple.
Yeah, man. It's important, and that's reason. Once again, not even aiming for it, but that we kind of just segued into the topic for tonight, man. We're going to be talking about where we are in life, man. It's a really crazy topic to be able to have a platform to get on and just openly speak about this is interesting. This is a conversation that maybe a lot of people will have with themselves in their head, that a lot of people will have with themselves, when you're taking a shit in the bathroom, when you by yourself, you know what I'm saying? Damn, am I doing what I need to do? Am I taking care of myself? Am I where I want to be? You hear all the time hey, I got a 5-year plan. I'm almost 40 in 3 years. I got a 3-year plan. But is your plan anywhere near reality? Or is this shit still just like a schematic that you got in your head? So we're gonna talk about that. But Tig, very good to see you, bro. And we're gonna get with you, Kyle. Yeah. I definitely wanted to talk with you too, man. How's it going, man? How's it been? We didn't do our entertainment show last week because of me.
No, it's cool, dude. Like I was telling you, last week. I hit you up and I was about to tell you, man, I might be late or I might not be able to make it last Thursday because I was in session. I was working with a client that night and it ran long. He did almost 2 hours. Right. Okay. We started late. We ended late. Right. And what had happened was after the recording session, the guest showed us his studio. Right.
Oh, okay. So you were checking out different areas.
Yeah, we're we're in we were recording at a church, right? Because the dude we were interviewing, he's a assistant reverend at one of the churches in town, right? But he's also he also had a pretty long basketball career from high school to college. So we were interviewing, talking about that. But he's also a DJ, and he also does this stuff in the church. They live stream the church services and stuff. So he's showing us the booth. he's showing us the stuff that he that he likes to mess with while he's in the booth. And like I said, the whole conversation, the rest of the conversation kind of ran long. So really it was almost like, perfect timing that you hit me up and it was like, man, I got to do another show tonight. I don't think we're going to be able to do it. I guess it happened,
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. Happens for a reason sometimes. That's all good. But I'm excited. But I'm glad to hear you. I hear you've been working, man. You're getting stuff done. I know you told us the last time you got a couple of sessions that you've been working on and stuff like that. So glad everybody's keeping busy, man. Glad everybody's keeping busy. Tig, what have you been doing since returning into? You hit me up. You were like, hey, listen, I want to jump on some shows. What got you motivated?
Well, I've been busy trying to build myself a DJ. You here in Atlanta, B. The music industry tough, entertainment business tough here in Atlanta. I had to realize I had to get out my shell because ever since my mom passed away last year, I kind of been in a little bit of a shell where I just like go to gigs, come back home, work, come back home, not talk to many people, stuff like that. But the entertainment business, you ain't going nowhere if you don't network and talk to people. You ain't going nowhere.
That's true.
Yeah, you can't. I can't just go to a gig DJ and go home and that's it. That's it. I have to get out here. So I've been going a lot of networking events, going to a lot of artist shows and stuff like that. I was watching Hunt Souls on interview about an hour ago before I hopped on here. So he has a little event tonight. But I want to get back on here. I actually about to start back podcasting myself. About to start back myself. I'm about to start.
Yeah.
And it's crazy enough. It's gonna sound crazy, but Charlie Kirk's assassination made me do it. I don't think I didn't care for him personally myself. I didn't love him. I didn't hate him. Yeah, I just seen some of his content and stuff, but I think some of the reaction to it and just like the aura of what's going on in society right now got me start thinking about, man, what's my higher calling gonna be, long term outside of just DJing and entertainment and something I'm really passionate about. It's like, man, I'm really passionate about the Black community and wanting to see the Black community better, especially Black men. I don't think Black men have enough platforms to be better. Have enough platform. I think Black men very underlooked in the United States today. Very underlooked today. I don't think we have enough people to champion Black men. Telling them, hey, your life don't have to be defined by what you grew up around. Don't have to be.
Listen.
You don't let society tear you down. Tell you all you gotta do, all you good for is being a bad baby daddy or being locked up or having your pants hanging down to your butt and all that. Don't let society tell you that. We could be way better than that. So that's like kind of like I'm behind the scenes now trying to start my platform for that.
Tig, let me say something. Yeah, I'm sure we all probably got something to say now,
bro. Do your thing, bro. Talk that real talk, please.
Yeah, man. Listen, I did the web show last week. I did my 2 shows last week. I just didn't do the entertainment show, but I came on by myself on here last Tuesday, and I even told Kyle, I was just like, hey, I think I need to kind of vent, and it, like you said, I agree with you. The same thing. Charlie Kirk, I saw him a couple times on TikTok. That was it. I was surprised. Like, I didn't know he had like such a giant following. I honestly didn't even know he had a damn show. I literally just thought he was somebody who just, was just, conservative, talked to different kids and wasn't scared to speak his mind. I respect it because he really wasn't scared to speak his mind from what I saw. Did he say some ignorant type stuff? Yeah, he did. I mean, did he say some unrelatable type stuff? For sure. But his message, I didn't disagree with everything he said. I agreed with some of the things he said. I didn't agree with everything. Some things I thought were a little drastic. But I felt like he always spoke just the way that he wanted to speak. And he wasn't scared to speak his point of view. And I can't be mad at that, bro. You got to respect that shit to a degree, okay? The one thing, like you said, bro, is one thing that I feel like is getting not enough attention is when it does come to Black men, Black women, even, maybe even women as a whole, but definitely Black women. This constant need, I'm trying to say this the right way, but this constant need to, like, all of a sudden, either it be the YNs or youngins, whatever you want to call it, people, everything they're doing is just surrounded by violence and fucking negativity, man. Like, you know, you see sometimes on TikTok lately, I was noticing this shit because I'm on TikTok 24/7. But they got dances, like the guys will be dancing and they're sitting there posting up in the club, and then they start doing like they shooting. I'm like, this is where the fuck we at, bro? Like, these are the mannerisms that are just being portrayed by 14-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you had eras of break dancing, you had eras where even where it was crumping and pop locking and shit. But now we just trying to trigger shooting. That's what we doing. Like, that's popular. I'm making money. I'm making moves and shit like that or whatever. I'm shooting music videos, and you see them, especially if we in Atlanta, right? You see these independent music videos, and they got just fucking guns with fucking shits out to here and shit like that or whatever on the clip. And everybody in the background, one guy's little masks on. This is what the fuck is being portrayed as, you know, black culture, bruh.
Exactly.
There's a severe fucking problem, man.
No, you go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's I respect what you just said, because I've been thinking this shit, man, and it sucks not to run on, but it sucks that the only time we react is when somebody else who is not from our culture exposes some shit. Even if he doesn't do it with 100% truth, he's not absolutely wrong in looking in and saying, what the fuck are they doing over there? Because we doing some dumb shit and with no guidance. With no fucking guidance, bro. It's true.
But here's the thing. The day that it wasn't even it's a reaction I seen out of it. And this is one thing I think us as the black community, we have to be better at. We have to be better. Some people look at me crazy when I said, I was like, no, white people are not our biggest enemy. They're not our biggest. It's a problem. Yes, it's a problem. Some of them we have to tackle. It's something we have to tackle. It's something we have to tackle. I like our biggest enemy is each other. That's the biggest problem. I was like, people don't like a lot of people don't like Charleston White. But he do say some smart things
he do say some smart shit sometimes.
He says smart. One thing he said I never thought about when he was talking about like white versus black people. He's like, listen, ask any black man why they bought a gun for. They didn't buy it to protect themselves against a white man. They didn't buy it. They buy it. Who both black men get killed by other black men. We gotta stop killing each other. We gotta start arguing with each other and get together. Even get on the united front. That we gotta start, and we gotta stop. And then another thing that's gotta happen, we gotta stop living in victimhood. Living in victimhood, it's like we gotta stop that. We gotta stop that. that's we ain't gonna go nowhere. We think somebody owe us stuff. Like, no, we gotta work. We gotta work. We gotta get there. So
Kyle, how you feel?
Got the potential to do it.
Honestly, to be honest, I've heard this. You know, I've heard this before. Like, everybody knows that. Well, at least the people that I have seen, other cultures know this. They know how powerful we could be if we just united. We're the only, like, we seem to be one of a handful of cultures who do not like to unite with each other unless something crazy already happened. And then we go back to what we were, back to status quo of what we were doing before. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always say that we have to unite. We have to do better we have to do better for ourselves. We have to build for ourselves. Like, there's examples of that being done. It's just that I don't know exactly what happened, but we don't really connect with each other like that anymore, or at least not from what I've seen. And I love everybody, but I've also seen I love everybody, but I've seen the differences, like in like, for example, in certain Asian cultures, not all of them like each other. Koreans, Chinese, Japanese, Indians, they don't all like each other. But in certain cases, they will unite under one cause. Even if they don't particularly care for each other, they will stand up for each other. It's kind of weird in a way, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I just noticed that there is separation with with us, and I don't know where that came from. Obviously that's years of built up. It ain't nothing new, but
it's really interesting too. Like, I've had conversations like with my step not my step parents, parents-in-law with my wife's family.
Yeah, in-laws. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in-laws. Yeah, and we've had conversations about, like, one of the things that I don't know if being Black, growing up in America, you don't realize, and I didn't even realize, and this is me at fucking 36, 37 years old. We don't have culture that we know that is ours, that has been passed down. The culture from where we're from, if you've taken time to learn your ancestry, if you've taken time to learn where you come from, what tribes you've come from, what parts of Africa you come from, your family comes from, we don't have that culture because we weren't brought up here necessarily. A lot of us were brought here.
Yep.
So it's like when they were, talking to me about this, it kind of opened my eyes to some of the differences and the changes that either we've adapted, either we've been, I don't want to say manipulated, but find like a similar kind of word to that, to just kind of have an understanding about. There's definitely a lot of history and present, events that happen that kind of portray our culture in a negative light, that kind of set us up in a negative environment to continue on a bad path with. But like you said, Tig, and this is why I like what you said, it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to, because of where you go. I grew up in a place where it was rough as shit. Elizabeth, New Jersey, man. Anybody knows this is from 6th grade all the way till I was, fucking 27 or whatever when I moved out here. I grew up and I could have done a lot of bad things, man. I know people who should have been fucking all-star football players right now who couldn't leave the bullshit alone. They couldn't stop selling drugs. They couldn't stop doing the shit that they were doing. I'm not a product of that environment. I might have some rough edges from it, but I chose to stay away from that. I chose to say, hey, I want to build more. I want to be more. I want to become more. So I'm a prime example. You don't have to, like you said, Tig, let your environment establish you. And that's why I feel like a lot more people, they do need guidance to understand it's not just one way. It's not because of how you were brought up. You can learn, you can build. In the world that we live in today, especially, we have nothing but tools to learn and see other influences or sides, or, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's a tough topic, man, because we do need to do better. And we need to stop always trying to just defend when people are trying to fucking tell us that shit. So,
yeah. As far as as far as culture, that's exactly why through the years we've built our own, like when someone says this is like Black culture or Afro-American culture, that is something that was that we've had to build over the years, because our culture, from where we come from,
originated
originated from, a lot of that was taken away from us. So it was one of those moments where people had to come together and be like, okay, here's what we have. We have the arts, we have things like music, even language. Like I found it interesting, but also kind of weird how the term Afro-American English, or not too long ago the term was Ebonics, right? And slang, and they wanted to teach that in schools, because I guess the older heads at the time were trying to understand what the new generation was saying. So they tried to make a class out of it back in the back in the 80s, no lie, right?
Yeah, I believe.
And I'm like, it's not that hard. But I would, as a kid, I used to get checked from people because they would hear how I speak and they'd be like, yo, Kyle, where you from? or Kyle, like, are you black? I'm like, yeah. And then they would
are you? Pretty obvious.
They'd be like, no, I've gotten things like, are you black? Then act like it, or your name sounds too white, Kyle.
Oh,
right?
okay, I get you. Yeah.
First time a friend of mine, she was Puerto Rican, right? I introduced myself to her, and she said, that sounds too white. And I'm like, that's serious. Like we had lunch. My homeboy introduces me to her, right? We became friends after this, but I was like, how am I gonna respond to this? Right. Yep. And then one time I remember in tech ed class, we're in the middle of learning HTML, and I'm having this conversation with one of my classmates. I don't really know him that well, right? And he's starting to ask me about myself, and then he says, well, can I get a N-word from you? Can you say the N? I'm like, I've never said the N-word till this day. I don't say the N-word, right?
Oh, okay.
But that's a conscious choice. I don't really cuss to begin with, but I do not say the N-word. Given the history around it, I've never wanted to say it. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
So there are times where people will ask me why, and they don't like my answer. You know?
Yeah, you can't please everybody, but at the same time, you know what's interesting? What you just said. You know, it's another thing that's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying when people act like they don't know. Like when somebody says something like, "Hey, you're acting white," and then you can get all like, righteous about it. Oh, what is that supposed to mean?
Come on.
There's a little bit of relatability to the shit. Like, and it's not necessarily a negative thing. I guess how you take it. But if you come over and say, "Hi, how are you doing? My name is Peter," and is it funny? Is it kind of like a jokey? Yeah, it's kind of like a joke. Especially kids are gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like young kids are gonna do. But at the same time, it's like it is kind of like a social recognition kind of thing because it's like you said, Kyle, we do have slang. Yo, what's up? How you doing? What's good? You hear a white guy say some shit like that, you're gonna turn your head a little bit. Wait a minute, that doesn't really fit your character.
It doesn't fit what you look like. Like if you, it's like
that shit is real. I don't care. Don't get mad if it's real.
You think you Eminem? You think you Slim Shady or some shit?
like what's going? Like what?
You guys ever meet up real quick? You guys ever meet like this? Is gonna sound real bad, but. You ever meet like whether it be like somebody who's Indian or somebody who's like British or something like that, and you hear them like kind of talk slang or you hear them kind of say something, you're like, what the fuck? Like that doesn't look like it should come from you. And then he's like,
but after I've had those moments. I've had people code switch on me because they see that I'm there. Right?
Yeah. Listen, man.
Like I'm at a party, right? I'm at a party. Now, this is my goddaughter's birthday party. I'm at a party, and this one of my longtime friends' boyfriend is introducing himself to a bunch of us, and then he's like, "Hi, how you doing?" Is it white guy? Hi, how you doing? And then he sees me, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, brother?" The guy was a nice guy, but I was like, wait,
black.
Hold on. Everybody else got a handshake. You give me that immediately, okay?
Right. Is that wrong? Yo, it's
not wrong, but it felt like because I was the only black guy in the line of people.
Yeah,
it just felt weird. You know?
No, you're right. It could, but isn't it crazy that it could be negative, or it could be absolutely positive. That's what's so fucking weird. It's like maybe he was doing it like, hey, this might make him feel comfortable. I'm gonna try to make him feel comfortable, and he gives you what he thinks is the best way to introduce. It's the best way to give you the introduction. If you think about it, it's almost flattering because he personalized it for you. But at the same time, it could be demeaning. It could be mocking. You know what I'm saying? It could be all.
Yeah, I do. I was
was
just thrown off. That was it, because everybody else got a high handshake and a hug. I get dab immediately, and he changes up his voice inflection.
That's funny as shit. Yeah. That's some real shit right there. That's real life shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
Guys.
Good guy though. Good guy.
Yeah, this is really good conversation, man. I'm glad we opened with this because and the whole Charlie Kirk thing, like I said, I talked about it last week, and like I said, I'm not trying to do no hate at all. Don't cancel my ass. I will never, you will never. I don't give a fuck, man. Unless there's a couple people out there that I'll say good riddance, but I'll never celebrate death, like in that type of way. There's no fucking way, like especially just for somebody who you just don't agree with. Like this guy didn't. He wasn't a Hitler or any of these people that have done like ridiculously tragic stuff throughout our history and times. This is just a guy who outwardly spoke his feelings on the world that he lived in, or the country he lived in, not even the world. And listen, bro, if you're that sensitive in this fucking world we live in now, I mean, that might be part of the problem altogether. Like, let people talk, man. We have a lot of platforms to talk now. If you still think that you can control the narrative of everybody, you're fucking crazy. You can't. People have their own minds, man. Another. Do y'all ever think about this? Let me ask y'all this. You brought it up, Kyle. I want to ask because everybody always talks about the president. Why? Because the president, right? We're supposed to represent the whole country and all this other bullshit. Mm-hmm. Do y'all realize this is just some rich 80-year-old motherfucker?
Yeah, I realized that I realized that a long time ago.
Rich ass got pissing everybody off. Get off my lawn, motherfucker. Bro.
That's all he's doing.
I don't give a fuck. It's like everybody's so mad at this old ass. Of course he's talking shit. It's like it's just because of his position. I get it. But at the same time, I haven't been happy with none of the fucking press. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Obama, none of them niggas, bro. Every fucking shit that's happened, I feel like everybody always finds a reason to hate. Like you said, Tig, I think you said before, it's the government and all that stuff. And I ain't trying to go through. Don't cancel me. But I'm just saying, I don't trust none of the
I don't trust none of them either.
I don't trust none of these motherfuckers, man.
The government is one of the biggest reasons why the black community where it is. Bigger reasons why it's
just saying.
When they introduce welfare, that's a big part of it. That's a big part of it. Like the censorship, they want us to be divided the way it is. And they do things to make sure it stay that way. That way.
It's a lot, bro.
They know how dangerous it is if the black community really got together and staying united. The rest of the country be shaking.
Bro, listen. But yo, Tig, isn't this shit crazy though? Just think about it. They know how to get if the black community got together. But what if everybody got the fucking? That's the shit that's crazy. What if everybody, despite our differences, what if people really learned how to all work together and really revolutionize the fucking planet?
And that's the thing. Like
the scary shit.
For years, there have been prime examples of people of different cultures coming together for the same cause. And I'm not just talking about like somebody dying or whatever. I'm talking they were trying to revolutionize. But the next thing you know, powers that be stopped them.
Stop that
legally.
Shit. Heartbeat.
They stopped them. They lied. They made up stories. They're doing the stuff that they're doing now, controlling the narrative because they have the power. Right. And got me sounding like a freaking conspiracy theorist guy. But
it's real shit, man. Redlining. There's a whole bunch of examples of all this shit, and it goes even deeper than just black culture, man. It goes deep. It goes CIA. It goes into fucking the different projects. And listen, we're not going to talk. This ain't Alex Jones, but your boy Brian B. I watched some shit, so I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of stuff out there, man. There's a lot of shit out there if you're paying attention.
But the interesting, I think the interesting thing about that is like they've been telling us this for years. But now they're not even trying to hide it.
But Kyle, that's because they can't. They can't. There's so many avenues, bro. You can't secure the internet. They're really, really trying. If you guys have paid attention with all this monetization and all this they're really fucking trying. Why do you think they were so fast to buy TikTok? And
Yep. TikTok about to change.
Yeah,
TikTok about to change.
they just
It about
told
to
it.
change majorly. Yeah, the U.S. government is about to control the algorithm. I was like, oh hell.
Is anybody here gonna, go to their new app once it's out?
What the new app that they have? I mean,
new app that they have that's supposed to be
have
basically the American TikTok.
I read that they gonna make you download the new app. They probably gonna do like an update, and they probably ain't gonna have no choice. Probably.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have no choice.
I'm
gonna go. This is my career right here, so I don't got no option, bro. I'm staying on the web. No matter what they do.
I'm just gonna, because I barely use TikTok. I mostly use TikTok to entertain myself. Half the times when I'm on TikTok, I'll do like a short story or a review, or I'll just share stuff from my from previous podcasts or whatever. But I do the same on Instagram and the Threads and whatever else platforms.
I love TikTok. TikTok got the best algorithm than me. I got the most followers on TikTok. I got almost 1,000 followers on TikTok. Almost. I be on live DJing sometimes.
I love TikTok.
I hope they don't mess it up. I hope they don't.
Yeah, they are going to, bro. I mean, it's even different from how it's been before. But it's just one of those things. You got to just make everything work for you, bro. At the end of the day, that's what I'm learning as I'm getting older more than anything. And let's go ahead and talk about the topic of tonight. Like we were saying, this is a nice way to open it up because honestly, everything kind of points back to this. Like, we've been living in a world, like everybody in this room is, of age. We've been on Earth for a little while now. We've done some stuff. We're not old yet, but we're getting into that period where we're kind of starting to see the world differently. Hopefully.
Oh yeah.
See the world a little differently, having more understanding, having more conversations like this. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about ass and titties anymore. It's more like we talking about real shit now. Like, who the fuck ever would have thought we would have been the old CNN watching men and shit? But a lot of stuff that's been happening in my life recently have been asking me this question, and asking myself this question is, am I where I want to be, yo? Is everything that I've been doing these last few years preparing me for where I'm going, or is it preparing me for where I am to go where I'm going next, if that makes sense? And I want to start off the conversation by just definitely asking you guys if you guys are in the comments, of course, but I just want to start off by saying today I had a great moment, and I was at work and I was working and I was doing stuff, and I fucking hated it. And I hated it. I hated my fucking job. I hated it. I've hated it ever since I've gotten it. I've been working at this job since June. I work from home, so of course I love that part. I get to just be here in my office and do work or whatever. But it got to a point where I was just on a phone and I was just endlessly answering calls. And when I tell you today, I took a call and I looked at my fucking screen and I said, I'm not doing this shit no more. And I quit. I quit.
Oh,
like I was in high school, and I have 4 kids. I got a beautiful wife. I got a baby. I got every fucking thing. I got a show that I produce. I got all this other shit. I quit that shit without 2-week notice. I quit that shit after a phone call. I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not happy. And I quit. And right there, let me tell y'all something. Right there, I know that shit sounds scary to mad people. I wasn't stressed. I wasn't sad. I was so fucking relieved. And I just knew that no matter what, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be absolutely fucking fine. Do I have a job? Nope. Do I need a job? Of course, you need a job. But do I need a job? Or do I need money?
Do you need money?
That's the shit. I'm starting to look at the world differently, yo. I'm starting to, I don't know if I'm figuring out, the algorithm. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I'm looking at the world differently, bro. Just share with me, guys. Have you ever been in a position this far in your life where you've realized something? And it was one of those things where it was like, damn, I thought this would be more scary. Damn, I thought this was going to be worse than what it is. And then you're like, this is what I've been worried about?
That's most of my life.
Yeah, a couple times.
That's most of my life.
Yeah, I'm just really interested in what's next. But I feel very confident in where I'm going. I feel confident and not cocky, because I mean I don't want to get up here like I still got shit to do. I got to take care of business.
Right.
But this isn't the first time that I've done this, bro. So now it's like I'm finally getting in a position where I just feel like I'm not allowing things to make me unhappy anymore. I'm not allowing things to, oh, I have to go get this job where I'm working with somebody in a truck every day and I got to know this person and I don't want to know this person. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be driving a truck and moving furniture every single day. I don't want to be going to a warehouse and be stuck in a fucking warehouse sweating and stinking and hot. And every day that's my life. Do you know how much time you work in a fucking week, in a month, in a year? And you have to go and just be completely unhappy for hours at a time every day. Why? Because you need money. Get the fuck out of here. I've woke up to a whole nother level with this shit, bro. Like I said, when I first started the show today, this is my fucking job right here. This is what I love. And I'm going to find a way to just do it. That's it. Hands down. But let's start with Tig. Tig is our guest.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. I mean, I'm telling you right now, I mean it too. I'm dead ass serious. And I feel like there's a lot of people who could do it. I feel like there's a lot of, even if it is just your job and you're just like, hey, I like this job that I have. I'm going to be the best at this job, even if I'm not the president of it. Yep. I'm going to do this and I'm going to take my vacations and I'm going to feed my family. And that's what I'm going to love in my life. Tig, how you feel, man? Are you where you want to be in life right now?
No, definitely not. I'm on a good path going towards it, but definitely not. But even that's kind of going back to what we were talking about earlier. Like, kind of like almost the epiphany I had last week about wanting to get back to podcasting and trying to reach more young black men and stuff like that. Like, I feel like that's gonna be my higher calling. Like, almost like somebody call it life coach. I don't want to call it that. I don't like that term, life coach, but that's what my close inner circle told me. That's basically what I imply. Basically, what I'm. But no, I'm kind of in the same boat right now. It's like, well, I'm good at my job, and I don't hate my 9 to 5, so I'm okay with working my job. But I do admit that it does take a lot of time away from things I actually really want to do. It does take. I do admit that. And that's one of the reasons why, like, okay, because what the problem I realized was I put like 80% of my energy to my job, and then by the time I get ready to DJ and do other stuff, I don't have the energy to do it, but I'm just tired. So I was like, you know what? I gotta eat healthier. I gotta get muster some energy and treat my DJ business and get back to podcasting. I gotta treat that with just as much energy I do my job. So
that's
now
true.
I'm purposely doing things that I didn't do before. Like, if I'm going, I got my office at work. And shoot, I used to like work through my lunch sometimes. Or I'd be sitting there eating and doing email at the same time. You know what I gotta do last month or two? Shut my computer off, close my office door, go right on my tablet, look at my leads, talk to my clients, look at a podcast and get some ideas. And
that's right.
Some for the niche I want to do, the field I want to do. Like, I'm putting time to myself to work on these days. And going out to networking events, getting out of my shell, like the networking stuff, really, like, I met some great people. And I ain't been doing it for like a month. And I've met some great people here. And I got some good connections. I already got some good partnerships, good friendships, damn near friendships already. So, like, that's definitely
awesome.
important too.
That's awesome, dude. And that's awesome.
That's really good, bro. Yeah, it makes a difference. It makes a hell of a difference when you really start to take back control, like we were talking about before, like with the government or whatever. Like, there's definitely people to blame, but at what point do you realize, like, hey, bro, you got a limited amount of time on this fucking planet, bro?
Yeah,
it can go faster than not, right? Like people who retire, they retire 65, 70 years old. They still got to go work at fucking Walmart because they don't got enough money to, keep making it.
It's crazy.
When does it end? I got to keep punching the fucking clock.
Man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Can't do it. How you feel, Kyle?
I had a revelation not too long ago. Okay, so you're talking to a dude that is easily scared to try something. You know what I mean? Like until I actually try it and it's like, okay, either it's for me or it's not for me. You know what I mean? But I realized not too long ago is that getting old is a privilege.
It really is, man.
Getting older is a privilege. It's not a guarantee. There's people out here younger than us dying or have some sort of medical issue and they're in and out the hospital. They don't know if they're gonna make it. Some don't, and they have a better outlook on life than most people do.
True shit.
You know what I'm saying? And I sat there and I thought about it after a while. You know what gave me the courage to do what I'm doing now? COVID.
Interesting.
Being on lockdown, okay, and the fact that I already had limited resources. I actually talked to my family and they would encourage me like, okay, just do what you got to do. You got the skills for it. You went to school for it. Just see what you can do. My mom's like, charge me. My family's like, charge me out, charge me. I help you out. They didn't want to do nothing for free. You know what I'm saying? Like they offered to help, but at the same time, it's like, if I'm helping family members or something with a podcast, I'm going to, I can charge them and not feel weird about it. That's
good.
That was the thing. Now I feel like I'm fair, but at the same time, I'm been told that I can't make much, I can't make much money anyway. But my thing is, I have this urge to create. I have this urge to create. I have this urge to tap into my nostalgic childish self and make things. You know what I'm saying? I have an urge to have talks like these, and that's what I love, and that's what I'm passionate about. And as far as being where I want to be, I didn't know where I wanted to be. All I knew was, to a certain extent, was that I just didn't want to be in my parents' basement forever.
That's right. That's where it starts.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as I realized that, it was like, okay, what do I got to do? I was scared out of my mind when it was actually happening. When I was learning how to move out on my own and be on my own, it took me a year plus to get used to being by myself. And now I'm at that. And now I've been at that point, you know what I'm saying? And I've had people come in and out of my house to hang out or record or chill. I got nothing but positive energy in this place where I'm in right now, even though it's a small, place, but it's full of nothing but positive energy. And
that's right. That's all you need.
And because of that, I'm not cocky, but I'm a bit more confident in myself as far as what I'm doing. And it brought me a different outlook. It gave me a loving relationship. I wasn't expecting to be in a relationship 2 years ago. I wasn't expecting any of that. And here I am in a loving relationship, in love with the person that I'm in, who's also a creative. And it's just like, we talk about stuff like this all the time. Now, do I think that this will last forever? Probably not. But at the same time, it's better to at least try it than say I had this dream, I thought I'd be able to do it, and then I chickened out, because I chickened out of a lot of stuff in my life. Okay, I quit on a lot of stuff. I almost quit on myself at one point, and I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to be that type of person. I don't want to be that type of person anymore at 30, almost 40 years old. I'm 38 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel great. Do I sometimes feel like I could be doing better? Sure, fine.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with feeling like you can do better. But Kyle, something that you also said, and Tick, I think you said it a little bit too, it's just like, even the one thing that helps you get prepared for, like, this question, are you where you want to be? I think the one thing that helps you get prepared is by not knowing where you want to be. Like,
I had no idea.
Who really think about back when you were a kid and they used to ask you these questions like, oh, what do you want to be, Johnny? I want to be a fireman or a ninja or some. The kids don't fucking know, bro. They're watching movies. They have no kind of representation. Maybe it's something that their dad did or mom. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, they're just going off of visual. Like, they're not going off of knowledge and, okay, this takes this and understanding. they're going off of that visual aspect. So then when you get older and you realize, wait a minute, I got to do this to do that. Wait, I don't like that. I don't like blood. I don't want to be a nurse. I don't want to be a doctor. And it's like, okay, well, what the fuck do I want to do? And then there's a lot of things that people do that you look at and you're like, you can't do. Remember that? That was a big thing back in the day. Video games. You can't do nothing with
you can't make a career out of playing video games.
Don't watch TV all day. It'll rot your
brain.
I can't. I'm watching this show. I got an idea. Now I want to make my own show. I'm writing a book. There's so much that you do, and you don't realize that if you did, like Tig said, if you take that energy that you put into every fucking thing else and use it for the shit that you really, really like, there might be so much more success from people, and they actually are happy about it. Not just forced to, I lost my whole family because, my job and they needed me, and I got a big promotion at work, and you see these movies and you got the guy getting promoted, but his whole family's packed up in a car moving to another town because he's never there, and his wife is cheating with the pool guy. And are you happy? Are you satisfied? Or are you just trying to fill a position? Are you trying to, is that what you grew up wanting to? You know who's another motherfucker who, listen, we want to talk some shit now.
Go ahead.
You know who's another motherfucker that I'm getting tired of, yo? And I see her all the time. And I don't follow her. I just see her. It's always fucking popping up on my time. I don't know, probably because I hate her. Little Tay. Little Tay. She comes out. I'm 18. I just dropped the OnlyFans, and here goes all these fucking hornballs making this little idiot richer than rich for no damn reason.
When I heard that, first off, I was like, I hadn't heard that name in at least 2 years. Where
stupid, man.
And then all of a sudden, I'm hearing, she turned 8. Because that means, and this is the sick part, that means people were waiting.
Yeah, bro, but that's the whole thing, though, man. It's like, even outside of that, bro, I'm not even talking about the sex stuff. I really don't give a damn.
You just don't want to see her all over your timeline.
No. I'm tired of looking at this little girl glorifying money. It's like, bro, like every fucking thing she does, it's like there's no talent there. I take that back. I'm not gonna even do that. She actually can sing a little bit. She plays some instruments. I've seen a couple of videos she's done or whatever. But every video is just the most ignorant, stupid conversation. Yeah. I got more money than everybody. More money. This is your rent right here. And I'm looking at this shit like, what the fuck? Like, why is this good for you? Like, who told you? Who fucked your brain up so bad that you literally have no kind of passion or no kind of intellectual conversation that you can have with the world? And you just think the only reason that people should look at you or talk to you is because of the amount of money that you have or the sexual appeal that you think that everybody needs, which everybody's kind of proving her fucking right. I don't know if she's a genius or if she's an idiot. It's difficult.
The way society is built today.
It's just a sad fucking thing.
People don't want to hear that, but society was built to. Society today is built to really cater women. It's really catered. Society is catered to allow things like that to happen. Allow things, and people cheer that on and be okay with that.
It's too much, man.
That's everybody's fault. Women's fault and men's fault. That something like that is cheered on today. That used to be shamed on decades ago.
For real.
Somebody like that used to be disowned from their whole family decades ago. Now it's like, you go to like the whole I hate to bring her up, but like the whole Cardi B stuff and stuff on this and Offset right now, like all the women, you go girl, you tell Offset, and people hit me up because they remember I used to do a podcast talk about stuff like that. It was like, what, Dre, how you feel about that? Honestly, it's quite fucking sad. It's quite fucking sad. It's quite why is it sad for? Because she just became another single mother again. What a nigga that ain't no better than Offset. That ain't no better than Offset. Ain't no better.
Like you say, it's no leadership, man.
I feel like we are too caught up in other people's business. Like, and I can't even,
examples. That's what sucks.
like, yo, I can't, like, I think we're too caught up in other people's business. Now, at the same time, we're on the internet. You know what I'm saying? We're on the internet. We see what people choose to put out, to put out there, and then we judge. Personally, I just want to, my thing is, like, I know, number one, they're people. They're gonna have drama or whatever. But this is also why I don't put, like, drama out on any of my content. Now, at the same time, I also sometimes think about it, like, drama, especially here, okay, that is what gets people talk. That's what gets people talking.
Oh, yeah.
We talk about drama. We talk about more. We talk about any of this stuff, negative stuff, more than we talk about positive stuff. And the algorithm is just the proof of that. Because what do they do? You like one minute we're talking about somebody's beefing with somebody, and that gets 1,000, like, millions of likes or millions of clicks. We're getting that instant gratification, and the next thing you know, we think we're part of it when we get into that comment section. It's like, it's
just having your opinion heard. I think voiced, not even heard. You don't even know who's listening, but just having your opinion voiced and having the ability to do that. Yep. Is, like you said, Kyle, it does bring you kind of into the situation a little bit. It makes you feel a part of it. It makes you feel better about your current situation, however you want to look at. But the thing is, like you said, you are always going to be drawn to some negative shit more than positive shit for some weird reason when we're on this, platform or on the internet, whatever.
Yep.
But at the same time, it is how people choose to represent themselves. Everybody has a choice. The same way we were talking about earlier, when you're in an environment and you just can be a product of your environment, or you can be somebody who made it out of the environment that you come from. Yep. You have a decision. You have a choice, even though worst motherfucker who put a gun in your hand, you still have a choice. And I feel like you said, Kyle, it's way easier to adapt to, I just turned 18, so I'm going to put out a link because I know I want to, even if it's for the stupid reason of, I'm going to show all you guys how nasty all these men are. So I'm going to go and put this link out. See, look how many people, see how nasty they are, but you still did it. You still engaged in what you're trying to disprove or disapprove of. You did it so that you can show the world, even if it was for that. So it's like you're choosing to negatively keep this shit going, man. And that's why I just don't have any respect for these people, whether it be a Cardi B, whether it be the baby mom who's mad at the baby father, who's posting it all their business on Facebook, the bad baby who's gripped on the top of a car and the car's driving, this guy beating her ass, and then she's still standing. All these fucking, like we was talking about at the beginning of the show, and I'm not, listen, only reason I can, fuck y'all. I can talk about, y'all put it on the internet, you want to put it out there, I'm talking about it. What the fuck, that's what we got a platform for. I don't feel bad for nobody. But this is the shit, yo.
Put money in their pocket.
I'm saying.
This stuff put, and then you even got to the best, the craziest part. The reason why I don't like get into it too much, but if I see it on my feed, I see people talking about it, the first thing I think about is not the drama itself. The thing that always carries my attention, people's reaction to it. I think the drama exposes people.
Look at the comments.
Oh, it does.
Really think.
It so does.
I don't think about the drama itself. I go straight to the comment section, start reading how people think, and that's where my conversations come from. It's what people reactions to, just like if it's Charlie Kirk's assassination or Cardi B or anything. I go straight to the comment section. Let's see what these fools think. Let's see what these fools think. And boom, this is that. Blah, blah, this and blah, that. I was like, look at this.
People be exposing themselves in that comment section. They really do. Like that. That's why I stay away from the comments for the most part. You know what I mean? I keep them on. I keep them on in my videos. I'm not like, I've dealt with judgment and stuff before. Like being a nerd on freaking YouTube was always a catch-22. But now you have people just saying whatever in these comment sections, and then what do other people do? They use that for content.
Yeah,
right.
They do.
They use it for content, and then they boost their likes and their streams and all that stuff. So I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna leave a comment, most of the time I leave something positive. You know, most of the time I leave something positive. There's only been a few times I can remember leaving something negative. You know.
I ain't gonna lie, I always be thinking positive, negative. I be thinking what my opinion is on certain things. I'll be thinking about it. I try to think about. I do somewhat think about what I say. I don't want to say I don't think about it at all. Like, and be conscious of what I'm saying, because this is cancel culture nowadays and all that. And you know, try not to be too negative, but I try to be truthful as well. That's one of the worst things about today. Everybody lie to each other too damn much. It's like, man, we got to get back to telling people the truth no matter what they feel.
Honesty is important.
Honesty is important.
Honesty is important. And also, like you guys were saying about the comments, man, do you guys ever find yourselves, like, you know, it doesn't even got to be like negative or anything, but even if it's like just like story, especially like if it's like a weird story and shit like that, like, there's a video of an alien walking down the street, you know, holding groceries or some shit. Don't you? Is this weird or is it just me? Don't you go to the comment section? The first thing you go to see if it's real, go to comments. Let me see what everybody's saying about it. Yeah, the comments, and that's that weird group mentality. It's like it doesn't have to be factual. But if enough people agree, or if it's at least think the same way or relate in the same way, then you feel more comforted. You feel it's the same thing with any kind of situation. If somebody is with you when something's happening and you can say, did you see that? And they're like, yeah, I saw that. That was scary. Yeah, I was scared too, but we're together. So we feel a little better for some weird reason.
Yeah.
It's that weird mentality, bro. And I think that it's easy to be a collective on the internet. It's easy to voice your opinion, but then also see how many people agree with you. See how many people think the same way you think. See that you're not alone. You know what I'm saying? So
that's it.
It's interesting, bro. It's like a social experiment.
We're looking for a community on social media. We're looking to be social on social, on social media. Whether people agree or not, the algorithm don't give a crap. It's about like, hey, like, oh my God, I just saw a robot in a furry suit. That's serious. So what do? I don't go to the comments right away. I share it with friends. Like that's why
Kyle's spreading it around.
I will share
like a disease.
I will share it in group chats. I'll share stuff with Brian. I share music with you and with you and DJ Steady and stuff all the time. But I also share like bizarro stuff. You know what I'm saying? I share bizarro stuff because I'm like, hey, we might want to talk about this on the podcast, or maybe we'll just have a good laugh watching these these robots with AI busting their butts playing soccer. You know what I'm saying?
Right, man.
You're
absolutely right.
It's just the positive conversation, because I'm like, okay, so this is happening now. Oh, we have people marrying holograms and marrying and wanting to get in relationships with AI because of, okay, this is concerning, but also it makes me feel like every movie I've ever seen on the topic is coming to life, and it's like, man, I gotta share this with Brian, or I gotta share this with Tig, or I gotta share this with my boo. You know what I'm saying? It's
crazy, bro. Yeah, we live in look, another good big thing that we're talking about is just look at the power, bro, of connectivity, man. Look at the power of connectivity, bro. We're all this big ass hive mind on this on all these platforms. We have so many, just on this one show, we have 3 different thoughts. We have people in the comments. There's people listening to us right now, and they're gathering different thoughts. They're thinking how we think. We got followers and we don't even know exist, bro. We have people that we're influencing that we don't even know exist, and we're connecting to people all over. You could not do this shit before, bro. You could connect to people as loud as your voice can be in the area you were in, and as close as their ears can hear. But now you put out a video and somebody can see this fucking video 15 years from now and say, where's that guy? I like the way he thinks. Somebody knock on my fucking door. I'm 48 and shit. And then I'm rich and shit. We like your opinion 13 years ago, and we want to see if you can still. You never know what can happen because this shit is always out there. The documentation, the footprint in the sand, bro, is always there. This shit exists forever, man.
There was this I'm sorry, were you saying something? I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Okay, cool. But so there was this video. I've seen this different versions of this video a few times. So back in, I believe, the 70s, a woman decided to record everything she saw, every news report, every informational TV show, everything, because she felt like the, because after a while, like, it would be gone. This is before reruns were really a thing. So she decided to record everything, news reports, science reports, all that stuff, and she kept going. Then at some point she came into some money, right? She came into some money. She bought a bunch of VCRs, recordable VHS tapes, and just recorded everything. Even when she was like out of town or like and stuff happened, she would train her family on how to preserve the VHSs and how to record things and whatever. And now her collection is so vast that they're digitizing it and putting it on the Internet Archive, because she knew at some point somebody was going to benefit from having this information, because after it was gone, usually it was just gone.
It's gone.
You know, so she was ahead of the curve, maybe obsessively, but yeah, bro, she was ahead of all of us. And
awesome for her, because I'm glad that I can turn on TikTok right now, and because of people like her, watch old fucking cartoons and commercials that I used to watch when I was 7 years old. I love that.
Facts.
But yo, here's some crazy shit too, yo. Think about everything that we do now and what is going to be left of it if there is no digital connection anymore. Think about medical records. Think about videos or documentation or whatever. Even before it was, you were at least putting it onto film.
Yep.
Now everything is just digital. So if the power goes out, you don't got shit anymore. So there's no physical anything. Just think of like how much information will be lost if there is a natural disaster. How much benefit will somebody be able to tell, like, of our development, besides just like the artifacts that are left behind when we're gone? There's not going to be like any kind of writing on the walls in a way. There'll be some sources, but not much, man. Not much that you'll be delivered like from back in the day for somebody who had hard video tapes or recordings or just writing. You know what I'm saying? Think about, I always think about MySpace. Remember fucking MySpace, bro? Remember how hot MySpace was back in 2000 something or whatever? You were making your page, you were putting stuff on it, putting your profile, you were trying to formulate your top 8 and your top 30 and shit like that.
It had the best music players.
Music, everything. MySpace is nothing now. Has anybody ever really tried to go back and log back into their fucking MySpace? That shit don't exist.
I saw a site that was basically trying to copy it. It looked just like how MySpace pages used to look back then. And I never had a MySpace page. I would just piggyback off of others, see what they were doing. But yeah, I remember how like when that was the social media platform of the time before Facebook became public.
The starter, man. Yeah. Well, the starter was them. Remember those pages?
It was over.
Yeah, Facebook took over, man. Facebook's still the shit to me. I still love Facebook. But it was those. Remember those page? I don't know if everybody did this, but I know we did this when we were kids. They had those pages. And you were able to like, you could put your picture up there, you could put some info on there, but a lot of times it was just like little GIFs or stuff like that. It was all over the page, and sometimes you could put music. I forgot what they were called, but they were like home pages or profiles or some shit like that. But we had those first. Those like the first thing I remember us doing. Then MySpace came along and just changed the game, yo. Everybody was on Instant Messenger on AOL. And then, we started getting into different shit. Then turned into like a nostalgia night and shit.
We are going to like, people say this all the time.
Yeah, man.
Our conversations at the old folks' home are going to sound so weird to
Bro,
people.
listen, man.
They going to sound so weird because we remember format changes: VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. You know what I'm saying? HD, DVD, all of that. We remember having to wait patiently between commercials for shows to come on, and there was no like automatic guide. You had to go to the TV Guide channel. We talk about this all the time,
all the time, man.
All the time. It's great.
I remember the days when only people with real money had satellite, and most people only had the two antennas on the TV with 5 channels.
That's right. Bunny ears. That's right, bro.
Man, when you had satellite, you were it. If you had satellite with all the channels, you were it.
Yeah, you like that. Or you wouldn't go to school and they had the big ass TV on the cart they rolled into the room.
That's
now,
right.
Big old.
Now everybody got tablets and stuff like that, phones and stuff now, or they had the machine that act like the electronic whiteboard. Pretty much, they glared on the wall, glare where you could do like your math problems. The teacher was doing the math problem stuff on now.
Oh,
yeah. In the days
that was the first dry erase board, basically.
Yeah. The pre projector days.
And it's just it's just hilarious because now physical media is being erased, and what like you said before, like what are we gonna do when and if like digital is no longer an option, or even if it's temporary, what you gonna do?
Even books, even books, man.
But you start looking at AI about to take up. I don't know if y'all heard what happened with music artists recently. Music artists are like so mad right now. Honestly, as a DJ, it's kind of scary too. What AI is about to do to the music industry. Well, it's already doing that.
The AI artists you talking about?
AI artists.
Yeah.
The
AI artists. The DJ.
Fucking platinum.
Gonna be next. DJ is gonna be next. And then,
man,
yeah.
It is sad how, it's both. I have such mixed feelings about it.
Because it's interesting. It's interesting, bro.
Yeah, no, it is. But it's like, as far as artists, as far as music, right? Like, we've listened to made up bands and stuff before. Like, I love Gorillaz, right?
Yeah.
I love the Gorillaz, but that's 2-3 people, and then everything else is animated. We know what those people look like. AI, that's just a prompt most of the time. It's generative AI. There's no other person behind that. It could be anybody.
Yeah.
Like make a song of Arnold Schwarzenegger singing Michael Jackson. Bing bang. There you go.
And it comes out fire. It comes out fucking phenomenal. and you're shocked. There was a thing, I shared it with you too, Kyle. There was a thing, and I saw on TikTok that blew me the fuck away, man. And they had Tig, I don't know if you saw this. It was they did a like a 40s rendition of 50 Cent's Many Men.
Yeah.
And it was a guy singing it. And it was AI, but
it was AI. But
yeah, it was like a old-timey guy singing the 50 Cent's rap song. And when I tell you, that shit sound like it came off of Sinners.
Yeah, right.
The movie. That shit was fucking phenomenal. I mean, the shit sounded so good that I honestly was like, damn, let me check and see if this is on like Spotify. The shit was good.
You thought it was a cover, like you thought it was somebody's cover.
Bro, it's scary as shit.
For the people listening, if they AI is a joke, I know people say, hey, AI is coming for people's jobs in the next couple of years. They think that shit is a joke. I'm like, that shit is, I've seen it at my job firsthand. I work at a college. I've seen the development of AI behind the scenes. But that shit is real. I didn't believe it at first either. That shit is real. That shit gonna end up taking. I don't sit here and say like, oh yeah, everybody just gonna lose their job. The AI just gonna take over the country. I don't know about.
It's smart, but it ain't that smart yet.
Listen, man, it's a possibility, bro.
It probably happen in the next life. I don't think it's gonna happen in our lifetime. But
listen,
AI will take people's jobs. They already talking about they're already people out here now. AI marketing So now
Yeah,
all of a sudden,
me and Kyle talk about it all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, instead of going to hire marketing or something, paying all that money, I'm just gonna go get AI software. I'm just gonna go get.
Yo, let me say this real quick. I was telling my son, and here's a conversation. This is a conversation. Everybody think about this shit now, because this just popped up. We were driving to Walmart 5 minutes down the road, and I was like, yo, James, what do you think is better? Do you think if we had a self-driving car, or if we could drive our car, what would you trust more? What would be safer to you? And he said, nah, I would want to drive. I would want people to drive. And I said, are you sure you think that's safer? And he said, yeah, I think that's safer than if it was a machine driving. And I said, okay. I said, so what are some of the bad things that would happen if a machine was driving? And he was like, oh, well, they wouldn't be able to see real people and all this other stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, that's true. Like, and he said, maybe it'll break down or nobody will be there to help it. I was like, yeah. That's true. That's two things. That's two fucking things, right? What do you think would happen if people drive? And then he couldn't really think of too much. Like he thought of, oh, maybe they'll, whatever. And I started running down all the shit as a driver. I used to fucking be a driver.
Mm-hmm.
What if somebody has a bad day? What if somebody breaks up with their relationship? What if somebody's eating while they're trying to do this? What if somebody's too tired, falls asleep? What if somebody's drinking and driving? What if somebody had got fired from their job? And my fucking hands, I was just coming up with ideas. This was shit I was just thinking. 5-minute drive. 3 things maybe that we came up with for a machine. Why shouldn't a machine? The reason why I started this whole conversation was because I saw it was a test that they did.
Yep.
And it was on TikTok about traffic and traffic jams. And traffic jams only exist because of people. There's no need to ever, I'm talking about when you're on the fucking highway and you're just driving and you going straight. There's no need for traffic jams.
Boy, you in Atlanta, you see it. Oh, nothing piss me off when you stuck in a traffic jam.
It's crazy.
20-minute delay.
It is
and
crazy.
You think like, man, damn, there gotta be a bad accident up there. So you get up there, always and somebody got pulled over to the side by the police, and everybody just slowing down and fucking trying to look and see what's going on. That's
and rubbernecking, trying to figure out what.
I'm like, yo.
Yeah. They did a test. They said there's no reason for it. It's just people being a little slower. Even if there's not an accident or anything like that, it's just people driving. Everybody driving the same way. Yep, going slow, checking their phone, doing their nails, texting. And we think about why wouldn't we want machines?
You're on the highway here in Atlanta, you got the people that know damn well, if you from the area and you drive the same route every day to go to work, you know damn well your exit coming up in a damn mile and you way over in the goddamn left lane and you know and now you try to get over, you slowing everybody down, you know damn well your exit was coming up, damn well.
That's right.
So I get what you're saying, machines wouldn't do that. The way don't do that.
Crazy understanding.
I have seen both sides of the argument. Like I've seen machines malfunction while driving. Like there was this, there was this woman who was on her way to work, right? She was on her way to work. She gets a self-driving ride, like a self-driving ride share, right? Car comes, brings in, but it won't let her out the car, right? It starts speeding up. Next thing you know, she's on her way to freaking Disney World. And she calls the helpline. They can't do nothing to help her, right? They can't do nothing to help her. So she's asking people for help via TikTok. And I'm like, yeah, see, we're not ready for self-driving cars really just yet, but it's already happening. There's going to be autonomous buses, truck companies are getting AI, trucks, but also the AI cars are freaking, some of them are chasing people down. Some are disobeying the law. And what do you do when an AI car speeds? You can't arrest anybody because there's nobody driving it. So they got to call the company, that whole thing. And I was like, okay, machines, They're not perfect. Neither the heck are humans. So what are we, so what are you to do when there's going to be more and more autonomous vehicles on the road? Like if you
that's the whole point, man.
That's the whole point. Like you're gonna look like the weird one trying to cuss somebody out for cutting you off, and it happens to be a self-driving car.
But that's the thing. But Kyle, isn't that kind of the thing? Like, if there was a self-driving car, besides the fact that yes, some are going to malfunction. There's no doubt you're going to have problems on both sides. You're going to have problems, no doubt.
Yep.
But it starts to question. The only reason we're scared of self-driving cars is because we can't control them. That's it. They can stop a motherfucker who goes and buys a car. If you don't pay your car note, they'll shut that bitch off. You be at Disney World, like you said. Disney World, right, to go to get your car. Fucking message pops up on your dashboard. You didn't pay, bitch. You ain't going nowhere.
Nope.
Right now. You telling me you don't think they can... I'm trying to tell you, they got a way to kill switch that motherfucker. That don't even sound hard. But I'm just saying there's definitely going to be malfunctions. But it's like when you start to understand some of the stuff that we're scared of is because of the effects that it's going to have on us, not because of the benefit that it will have, or that it's not maybe potentially even better than what we can do. That's what's the reason why we're scared of AI, bro. The reason why you're scared of robots, the reason why you're scared of all this shit is because I can go to work for 8 hours and produce maybe 4 hours worth of work. If I really want to do hard work, let's be honest. I got to eat. I got to sleep. I'm tired. You want to take a break. You want to do this. You want to do that. But a fucking machine can go to work for 30 seconds on ChatGPT and create a fucking masterpiece and build a logo and do all of this shit, build 40 logos, 500 logos in 8 hours. Where do I stand a fucking chance, bro?
It's unfortunate, that's 100%, except the AI has to be trained on other sources, right? So half the time now we have AI art contests, right? Which to me don't make that much sense because it's not. It's you asking a program to do something. So who wins, the program or you? Because you had the better prompt. But say somebody does the same exact thing, but their program is not as as advanced or not as up to snuff as you. Not to mention, these programs run off of these huge servers that take up all this energy, right? And all we want is for it to generate an art piece, generate a album, generate a paper for us.
The school or some shit, yeah.
All these tools are great, but we don't think about what that also means for, say, the environment or the company that runs it in the first place. Even they are afraid of the stuff that they've created. OpenAI came out and said, we gotta be careful with ChatGPT because ChatGPT is starting to give people good information, but also bad information.
The same shit we doing.
Yeah, except we're not.
That's the shit, bro. Yo, yeah. Listen. I feel you, bro. But it's like I've been really paying attention to these arguments, yo. And Kyle, we talk about this shit all the time. But the crazy reality of the shit is we only fear it because we can't control it. Everything you just said, from polluting the earth, from fucking giving misinformation, from corruption, it's all examples of what we could do. Now, the reason why a machine doing it is way more dangerous, in my opinion, is because, like I said before, I can go to work for 8 hours and maybe produce an hour worth of some good, really, really, really good shit. A machine can go for 30 seconds and produce a million. Do you know how fast, I've said this shit before 1,000 times on the damn show. You know how fast I would go to an autonomous McDonald's and order a Big Mac, and that motherfucker gets put together. Nobody's spitting in it or fucking dropping on the floor. That shit just fucking Coke, everything's there. 3 minutes. And that shit is masterpiece design. They put it out there, the little hand on the tray and shit. And I'm looking like, yo, it's the greatest fucking hamburger I made in my life. And I got some 16-year-old giving me shit. And I didn't even do anything but order food. and I got to deal with that shit. And he over there dropping it on purpose just for fun.
Or worse, you know what everybody doing fast food, going back and forth on their phones and making sandwiches. With the same goddamn gloves, knowing damn well they phone dirty as hell. They phone dirty as hell. Man.
Got a line around the corner and they all inside kicking your sandwich across the floor.
And can we like I've seen like the Wendy's drive-through do the AI thing, and because of whatever program they use, it's glitched out on them, right? And I'm like, I'm like, okay, because one thing you're almost guaranteed a few times, like at least a few times in life or more, is somebody's gonna mess up your order at the drive-through window.
For sure.
Right? And it's gonna be the most simplest things. Like I used to get when I used to eat McDonald's regularly, I used to get 2 cheeseburgers, large fries, Sprite, no ice. There was always something amiss with that order, and it was mostly they always was ice in the drink. I don't want ice in my drink. You know, but they always messed up. A couple times they messed up in a good way. I ended up with like a hot apple pie in there. I didn't even ask for
it. That's right. That's always the good shit, right?
There's good
ways.
You gotta learn how to balance things, good and bad.
Look, I love me some checkers, but checkers always fuck up my order every damn time. Had the worst customer experience ever from checkers. What last year over Stone Mountain. Over the worst. I ain't never come back this weekend. They lift a whole sandwich out of my bag, and then I go back. I'm like, yeah, my sandwich down in the bag. Well, I put it in there. Well, it's not here. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Are you like? Well, I'm telling you, I fixed it and put it in there. I was like, are you insinuating that I took the sandwich down and hit it and drove back 15 minutes and wasted my gas at 1 o'clock in the morning? And I'm
trying to tell you, bro,
high as shit, and didn't want to drive. I ordered DoorDash for a damn reason.
Yeah. Nah, listen, bro. That's actually a good topic. Maybe we'll come back next week. Maybe we'll come back next week. Ty, if you're down too, if you want to come, and we'll talk about customer service and just different like experiences that we've had and stuff like that, because that's actually some funny shit. But
man, okay,
that's some funny shit.
I'm pretty sure I don't know anybody that hasn't at least worked customer service once in their lives. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure. I got some stories. I got some stories with the job I just had.
I got stories.
Yeah, I got stories as well. But guys, listen, this is a fun ass episode. And I want to close out with also saying this. I'm really glad that you guys are, doing well in life, man. It seems like, Kyle, I know we talk all the time. Tig, I'm really glad that you're kind of you're opening back up. You're trying to. I know you've been on the shows. You've been doing you've done a bunch of shows with us, man. We appreciate you coming back, and I'm glad you're finding yourself again. I know I went through some shit this year as well with my pops, and I know you went through stuff with your mom. It's hard, man. Like there's certain things that you don't know are going to change you, and they change you in certain ways. But I'm glad you're able to start finding yourself again, and just kind of like picking back up. Trying to build bigger than before. So big blessings to both of you guys. But listen, man, Beeline, I love you guys. It's been another great episode on Tuesday night. We're gonna be back next week. The web show I've been pretty consistent with, so we here every week. So anybody, listen, I'm gonna say it again. Any sponsors out there, any partnerships, if you got a product and you just want something that's going to show your product every single week, I'm telling you right now, we at least doing at least one show. We host 3 shows, but we doing at least one show. And if I get a sponsor, I'm telling you right now, I will definitely make it my job to be here, because I want to show your stuff off, and I definitely am trying to make some money. So I ain't gonna lie. So let's work, man, because we got to get this payment. But shout out to you guys in the show. Shout out to you guys at home. Hope you guys are where you want to be. And if you're not, don't be scared to take risks. You have to fucking put yourself out there if you want anything to change. It's just the It's just the basics of it, bro. And I'm learning it more and more as I get older. Guys, you guys get Kyle, what you got in closing, bro?
Man, I just want to say thanks to everybody. This was a great, great conversation, great panel conversation.
For real.
Yeah, definitely can't wait for more. I know we'll be back on the entertainment show this week.
Yes, sir.
As far as that goes, I got more A for Able stuff coming down the pipeline, and I just put part 1 and 2 of a Black History Symposium that I had filmed with my mother and my aunt, and we were talking about some hidden history in our hometown. So check that out on the Tea and Cornbread YouTube channel, as well as Spotify. That's Tea and Cornbread with a conversation with Sean and Tracy. These are two special episodes, and a third one coming out very soon about education and preserving history. So check that out when you get a chance. And big ups to everybody taking chances and doing what they got to do to follow their dreams.
Definitely that. Can't agree more, bro. Appreciate it. Tig, one more time for the get down, That's how you know you're getting old when you say shit like that. What you got, bro? Anything before we bounce out?
Oh, sure. Let's continue to DJ, continue to do my thing. Got a little church banquet to do this weekend. And looking forward. I'm actually about to order some stuff now and get me some stuff and start my podcast in the next couple weeks.
Nice.
Trying to shop around the names for it. My friend told me I should call it Harmonically Speaking, since my name DJ Harmonics now. I should call it Harmonically Speaking. But I don't want to make it about myself. That's the only thing about it. That's the only thing about it. I don't want to name. I'm thinking of those calling Kings to Come or something like that. I don't know yet. I'm shopping around, but I'm definitely passionate. I'm ready to get back out here, get to talking, and we really get our community back, get our community back right, get those conversations going, man. Turn our boys to kings. That's a big thing. I want to turn our boys to kings and stop. You're not just giving the title king. You got to go earn the title king by working, being responsible, being accountable. So I want to start that platform so we can get right.
Good message.
Very
good message, bro. And definitely let me know, because you're actually close. I keep forgetting you're in Atlanta too, man. Like you said, I'm more inside. I'm definitely networking. I'm doing more stuff inside than anything. But I need to branch out too, bro. I need to get out more. And one of the events
you should think about doing there's a lot of like indie artist events and stuff. You should think about just hit some of them up, like, hey, let me do media for you. That's how you can get some good sponsors and stuff like that. I see people do that. I was just talking to somebody yesterday. She has does a podcast too, and that's what she does. That's how she makes good money.
I really need to do that. I really need to do that.
I'll make sure if I see any indie artist showcase, especially if I'm going to them and stuff, I'll make sure I send them over to you.
I appreciate it, bro. I definitely would love that. Like I said, guys, in this show, I quit my damn job today, and one of the things that I wanted to do more than anything is, like you said, us not doing shows. Like Tig said, he said, you go to work and then you're like, damn, I'm tired now, man. I'm trying to still be, but I got a baby, I got a family, I'm trying to do a million things. And my soul started to slip, man, and I was not happy with that. I want this to be my priority. When I'm gone, I know this shit sounds horrible, but when I'm gone, I want this shit to live. Besides my kids, I want this to be like my legacy, bro. And if I don't put all my effort, if I don't put all my energy into doing this, who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? Good night, baby. But guys, thank you guys again so much, man. Tomorrow night, guys, we got the return. It's not the return. We were on last week too. But we got Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk, man. We're going to be talking about everything that happened this weekend with wrestling. STR Nation will be in the building. And then, like Kyle said, Thursday, definitely join us back. We're going to be talking entertainment show. We got a watch list episode. We have a lot. We do have an episode we didn't do last week, but we're going to get back to that. We got a lot of stuff to talk about the watch list. And, of course, a top 5 coming at you. And I'm excited, bro. I'm really excited. Thank you guys for watching. Until next week or so tomorrow, we're going to tell you to stay true, stay positive, pay attention, man, and don't be scared to take the risk. It might pay off, and you'll never know until you do it. Guys, I'll see you guys next time. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed that episode, make sure you head on over to the Beeline Entertainment LLC YouTube channel, where we have so much more for you. We have the Beeline Web Show on Tuesday nights, as well as Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk on Wednesdays, and of course, the Beeline Entertainment Show on Thursday night. Join us and make sure that you hit that like, hit that share, and of course, subscribe with that bell button for the notifications